Hello, and welcome again to another episode of Something Chat Show with Tom Jr. Jackson presents after the show review Andor episode 5. And today we're going to discuss the most recent episode of Andor. But first, please check out the Post Geek Singularity YouTube channel. You can find it on YouTube, and for as low as 99 cents a month, you too can become a member of the channel and get to speak with the host and proprietor of the channel, Robert Meyer Burnett, director extraordinaire, editor, all around rack on tour. He has such shows as Midnight Metal, Midnight Musings, Let's Get Physical Media, Fully Articulated, Whining About Movies, and of course, as always, Observations with your captain, Robert Meyer Burnett. So, also there's a brand new show on the channel called Ladies of the PGS that's hosted by RM. And that show is every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And excuse me, speaking of RM, she has her own channel called Positive Fandom. How's that for sidetracking into it? Yeah, sidetracking into it. Positive Fandom is a great channel hosted by RM. She's a friend of this channel. She's a friend of me. I'm her co-collaborator, her co-conspirator. And she has unboxings. She has reviews such as movies, television shows, movie trailers, reviews and reactions, and out of the theater reviews. And also, don't forget, every Sunday morning, 7:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, you can catch her and her co-host, Wes Whitfield, for Sunday Brunch Live. So check that show out. And if you're a creator and you have something, that you would like to promote, go right ahead and promote it. Let them know in the chat. They will promote it because they embrace creators of any genre. And now, on with the show. Andor, episode 5. So, what we learned from episode 4, if you're not keeping track at home, is that we found out that Andor is a heist. It's a heist series, and they are working on pulling off a heist. So, this most recent episode is about them planning the heist, and they're planning the heist, and they're trying to figure it out down to the letter. You know what I mean? They want it down right to that millisecond of knowing what they need to have done, when they need it done by, and how quickly they need it done. And as with any heist, I guess you do everything you can to come up with ways to figure out what's the worst scenario possible and try to avoid that. And that's exactly what they done. And you see that the dynamic in the camp where Andor is staying is very tense. People don't trust him. He doesn't trust them. They want to know why he's there. And it's it's about, can they trust him, and oh, excuse me, can he trust them to get this done? And he flat out tells him, I'm in it for the money. What are you in it for? Because if you're scared, don't use me as your linchpin, as your excuse. If you're scared, you're scared. I'm scared, and that's it. And that's the A story. The B story is we see Mon Mothra and her wanting to do something with her daughter. Her daughter doesn't want to do it. And yeah, it's a little slow going, but it's all building up to something where I know we're building up to what we're seeing is the rebellion, the rebels beginning to form. And excuse me, and it's about, can she pull this off without getting caught? Now, we know exactly what happens to Cassian Andor and Mon Mothma. We know those two fates of them. And a lot of people would say, well, what's the point in this series where we know what the point of doing it when we know, what's going to happen to Cassian and with Mon Mothma? And the point is that the show is not about Cassian. It is, but it isn't. It's about, how did that rebellion form? How did it start? What was the glue that started bringing it all together? We saw a little bit of that in Rogue One, and we saw it in Star Wars, A New Hope. But how did this all gel together? And you don't know. And that's the amazing part of this series. You don't know how this all came together. You don't know where it's going. You sort of do, but you don't. And I think the important part of this is watching everything gel together. Will they pull off this heist? Well, we know that Andor survives. But what happens to the other characters? Do they die? Do they not die? Or do they just go off into the rebellion and just become unknowns, randos, as the kids would say these days? You don't know. And that's fascinating to me. I think as this show goes on, it's we're going to see the rebellion form. We're going to see Mon Mothma come into power as part of the rebellion. We're going to see more of how the Empire works during this time. Maybe we might see that galactic war as well. Maybe, maybe not. But the fact of the matter is, this is a show that it's more than a political thriller. It's more than a spy thriller. It's more than a heist. It's a little bit of everything in between. And I enjoy it. I love it. Episodes have been 45, 40, 50 minutes, something like that. And that's not bad. The visuals are beautiful. It's vast. It's huge. It's everything's practical. practical sets and everything. But the thing I take away from this show is that it is intense. The intensity of will they pull off creating a rebellion? Will they pull off, which you know they do? Will they pull off this heist? And that's really cool. And as we all know, season two is already in the planning stages. It's been given the green light. They are working on it, and supposedly each episode of season two, it's going to be a jump in the timeline leading up to Rogue One. So I'm interested in seeing how that works as well. I like the character of Cassian, and I'm hoping, if not this season, maybe next season, we will see him meet KSR, his robot from Rogue One. And hopefully we get to see, like, maybe we'll see the Emperor, maybe we'll see Vader. Who knows who we will see in the show? But as long as the writing is good and the acting is well done and the story is as long as the story is one that keeps my attention, I'm going to still watch it, and it has. And it's a great show, and I like that it's week to week, and I do anticipate the episodes, and most people say it's a slow burn, but there's a reason for that it's slow, and it's that it's a buildup. And what most, and I may have said this before, I don't know, but what most of the young people today, and if you're one of the young people of today, I'm not insulting you, anything of that kind. But I think some people have grown up to know that they want the fast jump cut, or they want to go right to the action. They don't want all that build up and all that slowness and all that expulsionary dialogue. I think that's the word I'm looking for. They don't want that. They want to get right to the point because they've grown up in an age where binge watching, you can go, okay, I can fast forward to this and get, there we go, we'll get right to this and we'll get right to the next episode. But when you do it week to week, it makes you anticipate the next episode. It makes you think about it. It makes you go, okay, so where are they going next with this? And I, for one, am excited. And I like all Star Wars. I do. I like Rebels. I like Clone Wars. I like the prequels. I like the original trilogy. And I do like the sequels. And even if you don't, that is your opinion and you're allowed to have it. I believe everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. And if you do not agree with it, that's fine. That brings up a healthy dialogue, a great dialogue. But when someone starts saying, well, because I don't like this movie, and why do you watch this trash? Because people like you that like to watch it, this trash is getting made. And you can't do that. No one can do that. It's like, if you don't like it, don't watch it. And if you don't watch it, you can't complain about something if you're not watching it. That goes for anything, whether it be an MCU show, an MCU movie, a Star Wars show, a Star Wars movie, whatever the IP is. If you're not watching it, you can't argue about it. You can't complain about it. You have to be in the know. You just can't go, well, I don't like this because it seems stupid or it seems woke. Who cares? Really, who cares? Oh, well, Andor is an allegory for the last president. Okay. So is it going to hurt you that much that it's an allegory for that? Do you not know that originally the empire was based on the Nazis? Hello, stormtroopers, an evil dictator, the emperor. I think people want things in such a certain way these days. And, it's okay. You can want that. But what you can't do is tell someone because you don't like it that they shouldn't watch it. That's how I see it. That's just my opinion. And you may disagree with this. You may disagree with my all my reviews and everything like that. And I'm fine with that. It's not going to hurt me. It's not going to make me think it's the end of the world or not. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. That's the beauty of YouTube. If you don't like something you see on there, don't watch it. Find something else. There's like a billion other things to watch on YouTube. Just like there's a billion other things on streaming sites to watch. You don't have to watch that show. And you could do whatever you want. You can have your own opinion. That's how I see it. And I could be wrong. And hopefully I'm not. I want to thank you all for watching. And I'm sorry for going on that rant, but I felt like I had to get that out. So this episode, I enjoyed it. It was intense. I did not like. There's this one guy in the uh in the camp that Andor is in, that Cassian is in, Cass is in, that doesn't like him. I don't like him for some reason. And I have a feeling that this guy is going to screw them all over. There's going to be someone in that group that's going to screw someone over. I have a feeling about that. I could be wrong. That's just my feeling, my opinion, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Not the end of the world. Thank you for watching. As always, please remember to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. The channel's in the description. And as well as check out all the playlists that I have on the channel. Share if you like, do what you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you would like to, go right ahead. It shows us that you care. So until next time, please remember whoever you are, wherever you are, wherever you go, there you are. Because no matter where you are in the world or in the 29 known galaxies or anywhere in life, folks, we are all goof people. Thank you and have a pleasant tomorrow. We will see you next week with episode 6 of After the Show review Andor season 1, episode 6. So until then, I'll see you next time and bye-bye for now. No, I mean it. Bye-bye. You're still here. Go. Go home. Go watch another video. Okay then. Bye-bye.